I'm John Peck, developer relations for GitHub. I see some familiar faces out there, so good to see you again. And thank you again for being part of the community, being here, creating all of the cool things, and using our GitHub stuff to make it happen. I want to show off a little thing that I think some of you have seen already, but I want to show you the new stuff on it. So I'm just going to do a quick review in case anyone hasn't seen it yet of what we're calling coding agent for GitHub, right? And here, just because it's a relatively long-running thing, I'm just going to talk us through a little video. Because you don't want to sit here and wait 20 minutes. So you're used to using agent mode, hopefully inside Nightly, which sits with you as you code and lets you do awesome things across the entire code base. So here's the new hotness. What if you don't have to do it totally interactively? Because we all have those issues, right, which are like small enough that we don't really need to supervise them in real time. We can just kind of say, hey, agent, go do this thing, and then come back to me with the result. And after it's baked, then I'll tell you if it's good or not, whether I want to merge it, right? So for me, this is like eating up backlog. It's like, hey, I forgot to document, I forgot to add tests or whatever. Okay, I make an issue, I check that issue, I say go ahead and assign that to Copilot. And Copilot will take that on, and it'll let me know, okay, I've seen it, I've built out a plan for what I actually want to do with this. I can go and I can look at its actual session and see what its thoughts are if I want. But most of the time what I'm doing is I'm assigning off the issue to it, and then I'm coming back just to see it'll have converted the pull request that it builds out of that into a series of checkboxes, which are basically its plan for what it's going to do. And it's going to go through and it's just over time going to check off those checkboxes when they're ready, and then it's going to say, okay, this pull request is ready. If I think it's not good, I go in, I review the files, I check out the pull request, maybe I open it up in a code space to try and play with it and see if it's actually going to be good. But if it's not, I just say, okay, these are the updates I want you to make. Write as a comment right there inside the pull request back to the agent. Think of this the same way you would when you're talking in chat and prompting back. It's just that I happen to be doing it through the pull request context. I can include things like images in there because it uses an image aware model behind it. Copilot says, okay, I saw that change. It'll update the pull request. Let me know what the new changes to the files are. I move forward right now. So that's a real quick review of agent mode on GitHub.com, right? So here's the big news. Previously, we released this for enterprise users first, so they could get a first cut at it, try it out, give us feedback. A lot of the community wanted access to it and didn't have a way to do that. So what we've done is we've actually moved this feature now into the pro and business tiers. So pretty much whatever tier you are on, except for free, unfortunately you just can't offer under that because it takes too much compute. But any paid Copilot plan you're on, you're going to have access to utilize this with a variety of different capabilities under it. And because I know tonight is about MCP and agents specifically, I want to show you something I did with this because here's the thing not a lot of folks know yet. You can actually go into the settings of your repository. You can find this section called Copilot and then click down into Coding Agent. And Coding Agent is going to have all of the settings, all glorious one of the settings that you can set for Coding Agent on the server. So far, this will get bigger, obviously, right? But it's a pretty important one. It's MCP. So I can go in here, I can drop my MCP server settings here the same way I would in my settings JSON and VS Code. If you've got tokens that you need protected, you can actually put those into a special secret section inside the repo and then reference them inside the MCP definition here. So there's no need to ever expose those tokens, right? They can be part of the repo privileges. And then I can do some cool things. In this particular case, what I did was I had a repo in one place, but all the tracking and management of it was actually in another repo for specific reasons, right? And so normally when I'm firing off Coding Agent, I can only interact in the repo that I'm working in for safety, right? But I want to give it the ability to read from another repo because I put in this request to do something. Copilot came back to me after Coding Agent ran for a while, and it said, hey, I changed it. I was a little bit confused. And I had to come back and say, no, you were actually supposed to change it in this other repo that I referenced. And it's like, well, I can't do that because I don't have access to LinkedIn. I added the MCP connection. I explicitly said then, okay, Copilot, now that I've added it, go and use MCP to access this other repo and pull the data. Sure enough, it was able to do that and then provide me the actual fix based on other repos information. So that's just a small example of what you can do with this. More often, you'll probably be doing database connections, you're probably doing external data references, that sort of thing. But now MCP is available, coding agents is available, go forth and